I'm going to do two examples of constructing confidence intervals. I'm going to use CI for confidence intervals for a population mean, mu, and there's two basic examples here. I'm going to do one of each kind. So here's example one. Construct a 95% confidence interval containing the population mean height of giraffes if a sample of 23 giraffes has mean height x bar equal to 16.2 and the population standard deviation sigma for all giraffes is 2.1. So the important thing about this is to notice that I'm giving the population standard deviation for all giraffes, and we're going to do this on the calculator. So on the calculator, I'm going to go to stat tests, and I'm going to what's called Z interval, and I'm going to use the stats option, and I'm going to enter the population standard deviation is 2.1. Notice the sigma, the calculator knows the correct notation, 2.1. The x bar is 16.2. The n is the number of giraffes, that's 23 giraffes. I said 95% confidence interval, which means a 0.95. And when I hit the magic button, it calculates, there it is, 15.342 to 17.058. So the confidence interval is 15.342 to 17.058. In the homework, they might want you to write this something like this, 15.342 less than mu less than 17.058. Okay, now the other kind of example, example 2, construct, say 98% confidence interval for the mean height, I guess I'll stick to giraffes, mean height of giraffes, if a sample of 31 giraffes has mean height x bar equal to 15.8 and sample standard deviation S equal to 3.5. Notice in this example, instead of giving the population standard deviation, they gave us the sample standard deviation. And in this case, we're going to use the calculator again. But instead of using Z interval, we're now going to use T interval. So I'm going to go to stat tests T interval with the stats option. So here it is on the calculator. I'm going to go to stat tests. I'm going to arrow down to T interval this time with the stats option. And the X bar I gave as 15.8. The Notice the SX stands for the sample standard deviation 3.5. The number of giraffes is 31, and this time it asked for a 98% confidence level. When the magic button is hit, it thinks for a moment, and then it gives out the confidence interval 14.255, 17.345. So the confidence interval is 14.255 to 17.345. And in the homework, they might want you to write that something like this: 14.255 less than mu less than 17.345. The point is, when they give you the population standard deviation, to use Z interval. When they give you the sample standard deviation, use T interval.